on today's episode of Hubris Syndrome, I don't have a title for the topic. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Hopefully by the time it's over, you know what I'm talking about. We're just gonna dive right in. It's something I love in video games, but I can't really categorize what it is. Let's talk about it. So when there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide, where do you go? A safe zone. We're talking about places in video games that are safe or kind of put the action on pause. Kind of an area where things slow down and you can catch your breath. Croft Manor, I'm sorry, you didn't make the cut. First one on the list, near and dear to my heart. It's October. We've been talking about it a lot. I talk about it every day of my life. Resident Evil save rooms. Don, cue that music. Oh yeah, just that sweet, sweet Resident Evil save room tune. Such a brutal, oppressive game, Resident Evil. You're always outmatched, you're always under ammoed, and when you stumble upon a save room, they are the only moments in that entire game, in the franchise-wide, where you can just kind of catch your breath, mix your herbs, combine your ammo, rearrange your inventory OCD style like I always do, and it just feels good. I love hitting a save room in a Resident Evil. Feels so great. And it's always safe, except, if we're keeping score here, Resident Evil 2 Fourth Survivor Hunk hits that save room in that RPD building. Overrun with zombies. Love it. Classic twist. So next on the list, one that I love so much, the glory days of this franchise, Assassin's Creed 2 Villa dei Auditori. If I said that right, let me know. To me, it has my number one, I know I say that a lot, but for real, it has my favorite collectible in all of video games. I said it, Assassin's Creed 2, favorite collectible. What is that, you ask? The paintings. You have an art gallery in your house, and you can go around purchasing and acquiring paintings to put in this room, and they're masterpieces. They're masterpiece paintings. You can look at them, and so many times there's no context. This entire villa has context. All the weapons you obtain, the armors on display. There's the sanctuary in the bottom where you can obtain all the emblems for Altair's armor. You can get all the feathers for your mom. Everything in this home has context, and the paintings. I would just stand there looking at these paintings for 20 minutes at a time, just taking my time. Again, it's a safe place in the game. You're not in town. There's not guards on the roofs throwing knives at you or crossbow bolts. You're just hanging around town, carrying things for local villagers around you, chilling in your house. You're just hanging out. Art collectibles, I love them. Bring them back. Next up, Mafia is on the mind, of course, with the release of Mafia 3. It made me think about how much I loved Mafia 1 and 2, their locations, their safe zones. Mafia 1, you had the restaurant. And you would just hang out in the restaurant to be the bartender there, and you would go out back, you'd have the mechanic working on your cars, and then you would go upstairs to Vincenzo's, the weapons dealer, kind of an nod to Fat Clemenza in The Godfather. He would give you your weapons, and you would kind of just hang out there. That location, and even better in Mafia 2, when Vito finally gets his own home. The reason I love Vito's house is because of the reason I love Mafia 1 and 2. It's not to obtain collectibles. It's not to tinker with everything. It's not so I can turn the faucet on or play the recorder or turn the TV on. No. It's strictly window dressing. You're in this home, you're relaxing, and they even call you right away. As soon as you get it, you get a call. They're like, yo, Vito, we need you downtown. We need you. You gotta go. Because they're encouraging you to kind of leave the premise and not, fiddle around with junk. I love it. And especially too when you're in the living room and you can see people outside walking by. One word for Vito's house: cozy. Lastly, I hope Ben Moore's watching. Hope you're out there, Ben. I don't know if Ben watches my show. Who knows? This is a test. If Ben comes to me after this episode, I'll know he watched it. Serena Barr in the Yakuza franchise. Now here's why this is amazing. Yakuza, very hostile game, a lot of gangs everywhere. Many a time the Dragon of Dojima is on the run. He wants to lay low, incognito. Where does he go? He goes to the bar to hang out, and it's throughout the franchise. That's why it's amazing. It's because it has different purposes throughout each game, but it's always a place where he can lay low, formulate a plan, and just kick back and have a drink. He's meeting Date there, Detective Date, they're getting drinks together. He's hanging out in the back room because he doesn't want to be seen on the streets because, let's face it, the Dragon of Dojima sticks out. And again, it's something I really want to drive home with all of these environments. It's a place in a hostile environment, a hostile game where you're always at the edge of your seat, you're on edge, people are getting beat up or murdered. But when you're in that bar, and when you're in those other environments too, you just have a moment of relaxation. So that's it for the episode. I hope it all came together and when we come up with a title for it. I don't know what to call this episode. I'm letting you decide, chat. You tell me on Talking Syndrome, Saturday, 11 a.m. on Easy Allies Twitch. Come hang out, talk about safe places, safe houses, safe whatever. Easy Allies is safe, best community in the biz. If you want to support us, we're on Patreon, YouTube, Twitter, all the social medias, streaming every day. Love and respect.